Chuck Harold, Security Guide TV, ASISTV.org, live from Chicago. Our next guest, what's your name, sir?
Frank A. Argenbright Jr., Secure America.
CEO of Secure America.
Well, call me CEO or call me founder owner, whatever.
They're both good.
Both
are
good. That's right.
Now, you're at the ASIS Foundation, and we're going to talk about some donations you made from 2018.
That's
What's
right.
going on with donations this year? Very exciting stuff. Tell us about that.
Well, in all honesty, last year I felt guilty. 2017, I was stroking a check for $20,000 for a charity golf tournament and realized here I am in an as-is, and as-is got me started over 30 years ago.
Wow.
And what could I do to help out? So I challenged with a $20,000 donation, which was equal to what the golf tournament was. The return on the investment here is the grassroots effort raised $65,000, and we were able to fund 100 accelerator scholarships and 25 training classes for people just coming in to get their certification. So a great return on investment.
Yeah.
And I thought, let's go larger this year and go 50,000.
So you're donating 50,000.
50,000 matching gift. So if people will contribute 50,000 or more, I'll match it with 50,000. So terribly exciting.
So if we had those numbers from last year, what do we expect this year? Is it going to be double of what?
Well,
results were last
obviously
year?
it has to do 100,000,
Yeah.
but I'm hoping for 150 or 200,000. If we can get the other big guard companies to jump in on this, we can do that. Chuck, as I was walking down here, one of your board members stopped me and said, thanks for what you're doing for the foundation. And he said he'd just gotten a company, sadly I don't remember the name, but he'd just gotten a company to match my 50,000, not against this, not to take it away from this, but to do something for as-is for $50,000 for the foundation. So just that in itself, if we can get the other guard companies involved, maybe we could raise a $500,000 or something.
Well, people, I think, sometimes forget that ASIS is a nonprofit organization.
Right.
And it's hard to think about it that way sometimes, but really that's how it works. And some of these initiatives, I think, are important because they're bringing the young people in. We're creating scholarships for people, memberships for people, and, they got to replace us. Us old-timers, eventually, we got to step out and retire, right? Tell us about some of the programs that are funded through these donations like yourselves, and what are some of the end results?
Well, I mean, it just gets people started right now. You did say about retiring. I have no interest in retiring now, but I think I could also probably say the certificate that I got was signed by Moses, and I think maybe I was one of the few that ever actually got Moses to sign it. But I have no interest in time. Chuck, you may want to retire, but
I am retired. I'm doing this. See,
but the young people joining as is, this is a spectacular way to go, right? It's been the best security organization in the world. It still is. And the only way we can get great people in is help them get started and starting out in the beginning. So if I can help out in some little way, it's a great opportunity for me.
Now, I talked to Ron Martin. He brings in some students in his program, which is kind of cool.
Right.
And I was very surprised to see that young people are choosing this as their first choice in their profession. Whereas, a guy like me, I was a cop. And I decided to go into security. It seemed like a natural transition. Right. We're finding more and more people that are starting out and saying, that's my first choice as a career. Have you seen this trend in your business?
I have. I was a criminology major in college, and all they taught you to do is how to run a police department or a prison.
Right.
And then I go talk to some people in the commercial business and find out you can make a lot more money doing that. So when people start finding out, I'd love to be a police officer, I'd love to run a prison, but if I want to make a lot of money, you can go in the commercial side of the house. So I think a lot of people are choosing this as their first career, which is a great thing.
Now, besides your matching fund thing, what else is the foundation doing here at GSX in Chicago? What are some of the other functions going on through the foundation?
Well, I don't know all the different stuff. I just know that they're helping us out and promoting, and this is a great opportunity. I mean, they're a nonprofit organization, but there's a lot of profit being made today and tomorrow in this hall.
That's true. That's true. Tell us how you think the funds will be used for 2019. Any different than from 2018?
No.
There's more of it, obviously, but will be used differently?
Well, honestly, I'm leaving that up to as is, right? I just know they're doing great things with it, and I'm happy for. My goal is just to help them raise as much money as they possibly can, and then they can figure out how to do great things for it.
Now, let's do a shout out and a call out to people that might want to be involved. You mentioned this other company that try to match the 50,000. How might people get a hold of you if they say, you know what, I like that Frank guy, I want to contribute to this? How do we do it?
Well, one simple way is you open up the front two pages of As Is magazine, and you got my face right there, and I have my direct telephone line there. People say, is that really your direct line? Well, of course it's my direct line, right?
Yeah.
So they'll just call me. I'll challenge them, particularly if I could get some of the CEOs of the big guard companies that spend, I spend $20,000 on a golf tournament. they'll spend $1 million a year on golf tournaments, right?
Yeah.
So if we could get a few of those people to call me, I'll personally help them explain exactly what they need to do to raise the bar here. Be a lot of fun.
For people that don't know, briefly, tell us about your background and your history. You've been one of the players in the industry forever. You've had a letter published in your name for a long, long time that I've been reading forever since I got in the biz. Just a little background for people that don't know, because this is the man right
Well,
here.
I mean, I started out, I grew up poor, 5 people, sort of a 2-bedroom house, and mother failed me my senior year in school. Ended up with a criminology degree, and then I just started building companies. I built a couple $1 billion companies, but this time I'm building this for the long term, 10-year plan, and then once I hit my 10-year plan, I'll set my next 10-year plan. My goal is to live one day past my 10-year plan. But to tell you about my company now, we're about $1 billion in revenue. We're in several different companies, and I own those companies. Secure America, a company called American Security Programs. We protect the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution.
Oh, cool.
And have a company called ERMC. We do security and facilities management about 120 miles across the U.S., and we're in about 320 locations, and I'm out here trying to find European companies that'll sell to me. My next goal is to be $3 billion in the next 3 years, and then $5 billion after that. So that's just a simple goal, and then
Just a simple
remember,
goal.
just
$3 billion, simple
live
goal.
one day past my goal.
Excellent. Very good. Frank, it's so good to see you as always.
Chuck, thanks very much.
And thanks for your generous donation. This is fantastic. It's going to create pathways for a lot of people to get into the business.
Thanks for having me up here, Chuck. Appreciate
Back
it.
in a minute to GSX 2019 in Chicago on Security Guy TV.